Hello, my name is Abby and I live out of this truck camper, and today we are traveling the Oregon coast. We essentially are going to be checking out different beaches and oceanside cliffs, as well as a ton of small marina seafood based towns. There are a ton of state parks and wildlife areas and natural spaces, rec sites, all kinds of things like that along the coast, and I'm so excited to see it. Honestly, at the beginning of our whole trip, I was like, nothing is going to beat California, and you know, I don't necessarily disagree with that yet, but as we crossed into Northern California and you just see the fog and all of the cliffs and the rocks that are sticking out of the ocean, I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot wait to be in Oregon. So I'm really excited to bring you with. One thing that I am a little nervous for is our sleeping situation. So if you watched my Big Sur video, it wasn't really as great as I wanted it to be. It wasn't as cool or as fun or as cinematic, just because we had the cops called on us and we got really sketched out of trying to stealth camp. It looks like Oregon is a little more friendly in terms of people who are traveling and are just trying to sleep out of their vehicles for a night or two. It looks like there are less laws that are prohibiting overnight camping and overnight parking and things like that in Oregon. I'm hoping that we don't have that same situation happen, because I think that will just kind of put everybody in the camper on edge and make it a lot less fun. So I'm really curious about that. Another thing that I'm a little nervous about is we planned to take this trip for about a week and our check engine light came on. We ran the code for it and it said there was a coolant issue. So we figured, okay, we will stay where we're at and try to have a mechanic look at it after the weekend passes. And as we were driving, the check engine light randomly went off and we were like, oh my goodness, and kind of psyched ourselves into believing that, you know, because we were going on a lot of downhills, like maybe something overheated temporarily. We were essentially near Yosemite and less than volcanic in higher elevations, and we made it all the way down to sea level. Then we ignored it, and then a few days later we heard this bubbling, which oftentimes can signal that your coolant is low, which is kind of a concern because usually your coolant doesn't just magically run low. It's kind of a pressurized system that should generally take care of itself. Usually if it's low, that means something's leaking. So we're at AutoZone right now. Jack just went in and grabbed some coolant, and we're gonna try to top off our coolant levels right now and see what we can do in terms of finding a mechanic. Unfortunately, just with our expertise, we don't really have the financial ability to go and buy a bunch of tools and kind of troubleshoot things ourselves. And even if we did, a lot of the time we're just kind of playing Russian roulette with our skill level. Sometimes we're able to fix random things, sometimes we're not, and then we have to pay for a mechanic anyway. So generally speaking, unless we magically have all of the tools ourselves, we typically just take the truck to a mechanic, which we haven't really had any super terrible issues with our truck camper, but it is definitely stressful. I'm a little worried we'll have to take the truck camper off, and then at that point we'll have to pay for a campsite. We'll have to push our whole schedule back. I don't know. I don't really like being in the unknown, but that's kind of what you sign up for when you partake in this lifestyle, so hopefully our truck issues don't make too big of a splash. But yeah, Oregon is going to be beautiful. There are so many things to do there and things to see, and I'm so excited to be bringing you along with, so let's get started. So we are at the parking lot of the casino that we've been staying at for the last couple nights, and Jack is topping off the coolant right now. I feel kind of embarrassed. I also don't want to draw more attention to ourselves. When we're able to stay in a place for free, you don't really want to be working on your truck and kind of taking up that space in public. Which is why I'm trying to be discreet as I film him doing this.
So we just topped the coolant off back to its normal level. Now we're going to let it idle for a few minutes. We heard it gurgling after we shut the truck off, so I'm worried there's a little bit of air in there. So just until we're able to actually get it to a mechanic, I want to get the coolant back up to a regular level and hopefully work that air out by topping it up, letting it idle, and then putting more in if that level drops. We'll see though. Check fuel cap.
Didn't you put Vaseline in the fuel cap?
Yeah, that might have to get checked out too.
No!
Alright, I'll go check the level.
Past couple nights that we've been here, security has just been inside but right at the door. Now they're standing outside. Hello?
Am I supposed to say something?
Yes!
Looks like there wasn't much air in the system at all. It didn't purge anything out, so we're back to a normal level, and I think we'll just honestly monitor it, and maybe we'll even kind of change our plans a little bit.
Like we don't have to go to the mechanic?
Yeah, I'm not noticing any leaks. It's definitely something to monitor, and we'll top off if need be, but I don't know. We're not having any temp issues. It's not overheating at all. Like the temperature gauge is staying pretty constant, but it was a little low. I don't know. That's what I'm kind of thinking right now. Let me marinate on that a little bit longer, though.
Okay.
I don't want to make a silly decision.
Alright, we've officially crossed into Oregon. We are in the small town of Brookings. And right now we're doing the Samuel H. Boardman Scenic Drive, and we're going to hit up Secret Beach for their hiking trail.
It's a hiking trail down to a nice little like private rocky beach. We're gonna go check that out.
Very nice. Okay, I actually take that back. We had our check engine light come on, and so we turned around and went to the local AutoZone. They're currently gonna see what the code is. Feeling pretty defeated, honestly. We were able to get the truck looked at by a mobile mechanic, and he basically said that, you know, with the current mileage that our truck has, it's kind of normal for the coolant levels to fluctuate a little bit, and as long as they're not like drastically low, it's not really a problem that we should be concerned about unless the check engine light for that same code continues to come back. Then that might signal that there's a bigger problem, but he said based on how it looks, it's totally normal. There doesn't seem to be an actual leak. He tested the pressure and everything. So we were like, okay, great. We get to just keep moving and see if anything happens. And now this check engine light came on, and I'm curious to see what it is. Okay, so it's the end of the day. I didn't really film because we didn't really do much that was worth filming. We went to another mechanic and they looked at what was causing the check engine light. There were a couple things. One they said wasn't all that urgent, but they would take a look at it if we wanted. The other one they said was more urgent. It's our thermometer that needs to get replaced. So tomorrow morning they said they're ordering parts and it should be here tomorrow morning. And so first thing we can head over to their shop, and they said that they should be able to get it done by lunchtime. So really hoping everything goes according to plan and that tomorrow we can actually get a move on and show you some cool stuff. And this mechanic is actually pretty affordable in terms of their overall labor, so I'm really grateful that this situation just is what it is and that it's not anything worse. I'm trying to stay positive and just hope things work out. So thanks for bearing with me. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow bright and early with something interesting to share. Okay, hello. We've been just hanging out in the mechanic's lot, and they're all finished right now, so Jack's paying, and then we're gonna get out of here. I'm curious to see how much it'll cost. I painted my nails, I did some work, and I made us coffee all in the parking lot of this mechanic. Again, so grateful that they were able to let us stay in here, that we didn't have to take the camper off, that we were able to just kind of show up and they were willing to work on it with us in here. We're currently getting gas at an Oregon gas station, and there are like people helping you get the gas. And if you're like, dude, I've seen you wear this coat for, I don't know, 2-3 days now. I keep putting it on because this is what I planned to hike in, and then we've ended up turning around or having to go somewhere else or just not hiking. I take it off once I realize that I'm no longer hiking, so that's why you're seeing it a lot, but it hasn't actually been worn all that much.
So we're currently at Natural Bridges. Abby's making me record, even though this is Outdoorsy Abby's page, and we're hiking down to get a good viewpoint for this Natural Bridges area, so I'll show you where we're going. It says no entry, people have fallen to their death. No. So let's not go that way.
This is so pretty. I cannot believe this is in the US. It looks just like, I don't know, just like the rainforests that you see in like Jurassic Park and stuff. There were 2 people that were trying to go past that sign that said people have going back here, so I'm very scared for them. We're hiking the Secret Beach Trail. That's what it's called. It's not some secret beach that we found, unfortunately. I wish it were. This is so pretty. And I did change because I had to do a different type of video for my TikTok. So I put a different hat on because it felt more appropriate. That's why I have different clothes on.
Here is our view. It's pretty beautiful. Look at all these like rocky outcroppings. What do you think, Abby? Thumbs up.
The trails here are very tight and kind of overgrown in some sections, and the dirt is really cushiony, so I've honestly slipped several times. Oh, it's really dark. I've honestly slipped several times, but I'm pushing through.
Beautiful waterfall that comes down here. It's a river that flows out to the water.
Chuck went to go look at other parts of the beach, and I just kind of wanted to hang out here. It's really interesting. The waves seem really powerful. I don't know if the current is stronger over here, but you just see a lot more force come in with the water. It's really crazy. And I keep seeing all these signs about, you know, don't get too close to the water, watch out for sneaker waves. So I'm definitely on the more cautious side right now, where I'm just trying to look at them from a distance. I also looked it up, and the water temperature is around 55 degrees here, so not trying to get in, but I will enjoy the view. There's our adventurous explorer coming back. Look forward to hearing what he saw. What'd you see out there?
More beach. And this right here is the upstream of that waterfall that went down to the beach. What do you think, Abby? It was a really beautiful beach and hike. We're not going to do the whole thing because we have some other things we got to go do. Oh, Abby needs help. Nope, she's going for it.
I was strategizing how to get down.
Anyways, that was a beautiful hike. We're not going to do the whole thing, but I know there's more beaches along there. But we got to head back because we got some, we got a campsite to find for the night. So we'll see you when you get back to the car.
Alright, we're back at the camper. For dinner we have...
leftovers from last night. It's rice with ground turkey, bell pepper, and onion. And I just kind of threw together some random sauce with soy sauce and this like spicy chili fig jam we had, and some other seasonings.
It's all
fogged up. Yeah, that's what we got for dinner tonight.
Well, we're gonna enjoy dinner, and we'll see you for whatever comes next.
We'll pick back up when we drive to our campsite for the night.
Right.
We're just eating dinner right now at our trailhead. We're sleeping on a, just like pull off on the side of the road.
I think we found the best place to sleep tonight. Alright, we're getting settled in. Jack made us this for dessert. They're dates with peanut butter and Reese's Pieces, and we're watching Jurassic World.
We're watching Jurassic World. We started watching the Jurassic Park, Jurassic World series when we were in the Redwoods, because I think they filmed a scene there in Fern Canyon. So we started watching the series, and so as we've kind of gone along our little road trip, if you could call it that, we've been watching movies that are kind of related to the areas we've been in. So when we were in New Mexico, we watched, what was it? Eddington? Is that what it's called?
Uh-huh.
We watched that. We watched some Westerns when we were in the Arizona, New Mexico area. I don't know that we watched any California related movies.
We watched a ton of surfing videos.
Right. When we were in California along the coast, we watched all the classic surfing movies. And then when we got up to the Redwoods, we watched Jurassic Park, because I think it's the second one, The Lost World, where they filmed a scene in Fern Canyon in Redwood National Park and State Park. So now we're watching through that whole series. But anyways, every location we're in, we've kind of watched a movie that is placed or set in some way in the area we're in. So as we're heading further north into the PNW through the rest of Oregon, if there's anything that's in those areas that you guys recommend, let us know. We'd love to check it out.
Alright, well, with that being said, we're probably just going to watch this and go to bed. So good night. I'll see you tomorrow. Alright, today we are checking out Sisters Rock and
Otter Point State Park.
Let's go. This is insane. It's so pretty out here. This is the coolest thing ever. So actually we will not be going to Otter Point. That's what it's called, right? We actually drove past it by a good bit. We are pretty far from it already, so we are not going to be heading back south. Instead, we're going to camp. So see you then.
Alright, we just got back from our adventures today. We're just kind of throwing something together with what we have left in our pantry. We got a bunch of tortillas left over, so we're going to make some wraps with them. And it's going to be some tofu and some black beans. I need to move this camera up. No! We got some salt, cumin, some chili powder, and some pepper. I think that should do it. Can of beans number 1 going in. Let it touch more moisture, cook out, and then we'll be ready. He's gonna take a bite of that.
I think this is splendid. Thank you, Chef Jack. My delicious vegetarian burrito. Oh no! Oh no! We'll catch up when I'm done. No! We were honestly so tired after making dinner that we just kind of hung out, and now it's bedtime, so good night. I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning. I have honestly been just bed rotting. Honestly, it's a little after 10 in the morning, and I've just been kind of being lazy and hanging out in bed when I should be getting up and being productive. It was really nice to finally be in a designated camping spot and not just on some pullout on the side of the road or in some business that allows free overnight parking. But it's time for me to get up and actually get some stuff done so that we can all get out of here and go see some other cool stuff. We are currently heading to
Cape Blanco State Park, and we're gonna check out a lighthouse there.
Awesome! See you then. So this is Cape Blanco State Park. It features the Cape Blanco Lighthouse, which is a lighthouse that was built in the 19th century and an early Irish settler's home, according to what I saw on the signs and everything. There are some trails, there's a campground. We're not staying here. It's pretty overcast and very windy, so we're not spending too much time on the actual coast itself either. Just kind of checking out some viewpoints and seeing what the word is in this park.
We got ice cream.
Quick stop for some Dairy Queen blizzards. The cashier brought us our blizzards and did the thing where she flips it over. And now we are heading into Bandon. We're gonna look at a couple more lighthouses and some random stuff along the coast. So this is the Coquille, I hope I'm saying that right, River Lighthouse. It was built in 1895 and essentially guided ships into this harbor until 1939 when it was decommissioned and just kind of sat abandoned for a little bit until the Army Corps of Engineers and the Oregon State Parks worked together to restore and protect this area. He's watching the surfers. After checking out that lighthouse, we drove up to Coos Bay and we were kind of hanging out here trying to figure out where we're gonna camp for the night, and there are some parking lots that are designated for overnight camping, so we're gonna head over there now. Alright, we're in our spot for the night. Jack is just heating up leftovers and then we're gonna try to go to bed. See you tomorrow! So, I got ready for bed. And we're just kind of doing some work, staying up late to try and get some stuff done. And there are people fighting outside. I think somebody locked another person out of a car. Obviously, I don't know what's going on. But they're yelling and I think somebody's hitting the car. I don't know what to do. Good morning. Honestly, after those people left, it was pretty quiet. I didn't really get disturbed. We're gonna head over to a different parking lot, preferably one with bathrooms, so that we can just get some work done before we head out and actually get started on our adventures for the day. Got a little Taco Bell breakfast. And other than that, we're just gonna kind of work until the afternoon. All right, we are done working for the day, so we drove over to Planet Fitness, got my workout gear on, and we're gonna get a good workout in and then shower. Hopefully when I come back, I look and feel a lot cleaner. See you soon. Freshly showered, very sore. Here's my post-workout snack, SpaghettiOs with meatballs. Our towels are hanging up to dry right here. If you can see my dog. Just had to be next to me while I ate. And Jack is eating straight from the pot. Honestly, these free campsites that we've been staying at in Oregon have honestly topped the list for dispersed campsites that I've ever been to. He always falls for it.
Like a pig. Oh, good one, Rocky.
It's a little chilly, so I'm warming myself on the heat of the car. The one thing that's kind of sad about this spot though is the trash. It's just a lot of litter and like that's kind of gross. I think that's a dog chew thingy. You know, if you're not paying attention, your dog could grab that and what if they get sick? Pick up your trash if you're camping. That's what all the cool outdoorsy people do.
Listen to her.
For dinner we have Zion themed beer from Sierra Nevada Brewing. And it says National Park Foundation on it, so I'm hoping that some of the proceeds from my purchase went to support our national parks. It's beer. Then I have a chicken apple Gouda sausage.
Yes.
With ketchup and mustard. Cheers.
Cheers.
My bite didn't have any hot dog in it, but
That's
that's
a lot
alright.
of bread.
And then the star of the show herself. Now you might be thinking, is that mac and cheese? It's not just any mac and cheese. This is Velveeta's football themed mac and cheese. There's a football right there. Cheers, delicious. What is this?
That's the helmet. Oh, you're gonna drop it.
This is a helmet. Oh!
I told you. And the last one's the. You know what it is.
Comment below what you think that is.
You're gonna leave that in the video?
I am excited for football season. The Bears are winning it all. Don't laugh at me. I hope you can hear me over my dog. He's enjoying his dinner as well, and it's kind of a puzzle that he's got to work at. We don't have service here, so we're just gonna hang out, enjoy dinner, and hopefully try to get to bed early. Good morning. I slept really well last night, honestly a little too well. We're actually not leaving here until a little after 10 because we were just taking the morning pretty slow. This is such a cute and cozy campsite. Definitely would have loved to have spent more time here, but there are more things on the coast for us to explore today. We're in a bit of a pickle because we just drove and found some parking near the ocean, which is really nice, but we haven't really been able to get good service. The locations that we're planning to go once we're done with the coast don't really have the most ideal conditions for van life. One has really bad air quality because of wildfires, and then there are a couple that are just like really hot right now. I think they're going to be pushing 90 degrees by the time we would get out there, and we don't have AC. Figured we'd pull off and try to figure that out, but our router doesn't have service, our phones don't have service, so we're just kind of driving around trying to get service to figure out how long do we have on the coast before we need to leave. Do we need to extend our stay on the coast different things like that that we need to plan but just can't. But I'm just gonna be making coffee right next to the ocean, so at the end of the day, it's not all that bad.
For breakfast today, can't see me. It's an issue.
My personal chef over here is going to be making us bagels with cream cheese and then some tinned fish.
That is correct. Fishwife, please sponsor us.
Fishwife is really good. It makes sense that we're doing the whole fishwife thing because we're on the coast. Like, we are part of the fishing culture.
Right.
We both collectively chose the smoked salmon. It's hand-packed by a family-owned cannery in Washington State. We're so close. This is what I get to look at as I make breakfast and coffee.
I look at every day.
Why is he like this?
Loves attention.
Alright, cheers. That's really good.
Yeah, that's really good.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So that is our first adventure on the Oregon coast done for now. We're heading inland. We are planning on checking out the northern coast of Oregon very shortly, but we definitely want to check out some stuff that's in the central Oregon area, so we'll be doing that first. I personally think that for everything that we saw, you know, making sure that everything that we did was free, it was a super beautiful trip and a super beautiful leg of our overall road trip. I'm very happy with everything that we did. I didn't feel like coming here and trying to keep it budget friendly and as low cost as possible, we ended up missing out on a lot of stuff. I'm really curious to see how that will go in the northern Oregon coast because I think that's a little more touristy, a little busier. But yeah, this was such a beautiful area and I definitely recommend it if you're ever interested in going. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, consider subscribing so that you can stay up to date on where we go next, and we'll see you for the next adventure.